This kill attempt is long, and it's side out to Lewis. Quinonez to serve. Nice setup by Gislin. Cummings puts it away.
Tough one-handed set there by Gislin. Mike Cummings up in the middle, able to put that down. Side out to the Dons.
And Soto to serve. Service error. Soto's serve goes a little bit long, so it's side out to the Flyers. And we'll get a look at Grant Bindon, number 6, a 6'9" junior out of Auckland, New Zealand. Hack with a good kill. Block attempt fails, and it's side out IPFW.
Again, Lewis serving Hector Soto. Soto a little trouble on that ball. Patak, however, able to put it away for a side out.
Cummings to serve. Gislin with the set. Soto puts it away. Point makes it 9-6 in favor of the Volleyball. And timeout is called. So we'll take a break too. We'll return to IPFW Volleyball in just a moment. Welcome back to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, everybody. Mike Maz and Ryan Perrott with you. Game 1 of a best-of-5 match between Lewis University and IPFW. And Ryan Perrott, if I didn't know any better, I would think this was the 4th of May and we're across the street at the Coliseum, because the intensity and the playing level is tremendous.
Feels like a heavyweight prize fight, doesn't
Sure
it?
does.
Both teams have come out swinging early, holding nothing back. IPFW on a little roll now, up 3 points. See if Mike Cummings could keep it going.
Service error. Did they catch it? Yeah. As that serve hit the tape. Side out to the Lewis Flyers. There you get a look at Mike Cummings, senior out of Young America, Minnesota. Kill attempt by Scott Lane, just a wee bit long, I think, so it's point to Lewis. And it makes it 9-7. Flyers trail by just 2.
Scott Lane trying to go line that time. Just went long.
Denise with the serve. Service ace. It's Thompson unable to hit it properly, so it's 9-8.
Denise, the best setter on this Lewis Flyers team. He leads the team in service aces. That was his 22nd on the season. That
Service
southpaw.
ace. Ryan, is the fact that he is left-handed,
Yes.
Does that bother people?
Point that he's left-handed and he's serving from where he's serving from. Very
Timeout.
difficult to pass.
I'm sorry, timeout is called here. You too can participate in the excitement of Mastodon athletics by joining the Royal Dons Athletic Association. The Royal Dons is IPFW's official athletic booster organization. Members enjoy benefits such as priority seating at IPFW sports events and visits by the coaches and food and refreshments in the hospitality room. For more information about the Royal Dons, call 219-481-6958 or write to Royal Dons Athletic Association, 2101 East Coliseum Boulevard, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805. Ryan Arnebar called that timeout. What did he tell his team?
Communication on the passing. Because Denise is left-handed and he's serving that jump serve from the left side of the baseline, instead of traditionally, as we do here at IPFW, we take the gaps to our right. Because he's left-handed and he's got that funky spin on the ball, we're going to have to talk more. Just step up in the lane here and pass. Watch us spin.
Good dig by the Flyers. And it's point to the Flyers. Gislin unable to dig it out.
IPFW now has to settle down. They have to adjust now to this jump serve. Both John Thompson, Hector Soto. Denise aiming for Soto in that gap between him and Thompson. This time to Patak.
Solid kill by Jeff Patak, and it's side out to IPFW. And they stop the run, a 4-point swing.
Let's see if Scott Lane can get going with his jump serve. Leads the team in service aces this season, 34.
That one goes into the net, however, and it's side out once again to Lewis.
Perhaps pressing a little too hard there, Scotty.
Jeff gets to serve. Nice kill by Ruiz and a nice set by Chris Gislin.
Gislin back to the middle on the nice pass. Ruiz able to put it away.
Side out to the Dons, and now we'll see Jeff Patak with the jump serve. Kill attempt long.
They're going to call a net violation on IPFW.
So it's side out Lewis. And we'll see Paul Aviles on the serve. Soto with a kill. Side out to the Dons. 10-9 is our score. Lewis on top here in game one. Angel Ruiz to serve. And it's a service error as it goes wide. Side out back to the Lewis Flyers.
Nobody up.
Nice setup. Soto puts it away. Side out IPFW.
Both the Lewis blockers up, jumping with the middle, Mike Cummings. Chris Gislin freezing the block, setting it outside to Hector Soto. He was able to just demolish that ball.
Gislin serves into the net, however, and that's twice in a row Chris has had serve go into the net.
Couple shaky serves here in a row for IPFW. Ruiz going wide, Gislin into the net. Can't do that at this stage.
Point, or I should say side out now to IPFW as Hector Soto gets down and dirty. And he will now serve.
Hector, he's got 20 aces on the year. Spins this one in. Tough serve.
Nice block, tag team, Lane and Cummings. And a badly needed point for IPFW as they now tie game one at 10 apiece.
Again, the duo of Cummings and Lane with a stuff block on the outside. 2 blocks already this game for both of them.
Point to the Dons. Little change up there by Hector on the serve, and it kind of fooled the Flyers.
Great disguise of serve. All the Flyers back on their heels expecting the hard heat. Hector Soto pulling the string.
Well, tit for tat as Denise took a page from Chris Gislin from several points back. And it's side out to Lewis.
Denise, as a setter, very active in their first meeting. He had 12 kill attempts, successful with 6. So he'll do that often here tonight.
Well,
in our lap, huh?
Duck for cover, as they say.
That shot ricocheting off the block and knocking over a beverage.
I'll tell you, some of it even splattered in this direction, and we're about 6 feet away. Side out to the Dons.
The front row soaked with something.
Solid kill there by Aviles off the set of Denise, and it's side out to the Flyers.
Nice shot there in the middle.
It got to you as well.
All over my notes.
There's that left-handed serve again. And it's a point for Lewis. They now lead. I'm sorry, they've tied it at 11 apiece. And Denise again with the serve. Point to the Flyers. And they now lead 12-11.
Huge block there by Alfonso. One-on-one with Patak on the outside, giving the Flyers the lead now, 12-11.
Kissling with the set. Flyers dug it out, though. And they get the point as the block attempt is wide. Makes it 13-11, and Ernie Ball says, let's call a timeout. Bring IPFW head men's volleyball coach Ernie Ball into your home each Wednesday and Thursday evening this season. Arnie joins assistant coach Mark Franke to review the Volleyball's progress, discuss highlights, meet with players, and look ahead to upcoming volleyball action. So tune into the Ernie Ball Show Wednesday evenings at 9 and Thursday evenings at 7 right here on College 56. As you get a look at a few members of the crowd here at the Gate Sports Center tonight. Ryan, this game has gone back and forth, the emotion and the momentum mainly. The Dons were up early, Lewis came back, and then Lewis got ahead, Dons came back, and right now the Flyers have scored the last 2 points, and they're 2 points away from victory in game one. What do the Dons do?
Yeah, this is going to be a seesaw matchup all night long. Well, the problem that IPFW has run in here lately is passing Denise's jump serve. Because he's left-handed and where he's serving from the baseline, IPFW has to communicate better on the pass. They'll have to stand up, get their hands out, talk on this jump serve here.
Gistlin with the set.
Oh, great up
dug
there.
It out.
Denise, spectacular up. Oh, trouble set there.
And it is now game point for Lewis.
An amazing up in the backcourt there by Denise. He started it all with his tough jump serve. IPFW still has not adjusted to his jump serve. Game point here.
Well, kill attempt is long, I'm told.
Lane hit it long. That's his third hitting error this game. And Lewis takes game one.
15-11. Lewis on top. Teams will now change ends for game two. There'll be a momentary break, and we'll be back.
Crackhead, drug dealer, street hustler, gang member. All kicked out of the community with the help of kids
like me.
Me.
Us.
You can make a difference. We have the power to help prevent crime. Call 1-800-722-TEENS to find out what you can do in your community.
It's time we're judged by
What we do.
not how we look.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center on the campus of IPFW. Mike Maz and Ryan Perrott with you. Game one goes the way of the visitors, the Flyers from Lewis University, 15-11. And Ryan, what does IPFW do to counter that left-handed serve of Edgardo Diniz?
Well, communication is the first thing. IPFW's passers, John Thompson, Jeff Patak, and Hector Soto both have to step up and communicate better on the gaps. Serving by Diniz. He's serving in between Hector, Jeff, and John, and he's been successful tonight.
Let's take a quick look at the numbers as courtesy of Mike Jewell, our SID here at IPFW.
First set pretty even. But when you look at the serves, Lewis 3 service aces, 3 service errors. IPFW 1 service ace, 6 errors. That's a key.
And that's been a problem all year for the Dons. When they do lose, they don't get many aces. And something that needs to be corrected.
After that first game, Lewis hitting roughly 37%, IPFW around the 30% mark. Digs pretty even, 7-5 in favor of Lewis. Blocks though, IPFW 7 blocks to 1. They're dominating the net. Fortunately, because of their service errors, they perhaps could have a little bit more. But the reception of serve is going to be key here, especially when Diniz is serving for Lewis.
Well, players are back on the floor. We're about to begin game two. IPFW will serve in the person of Scott Lane. And here we go. Oh, that yo-yo shot, as I like to call it, by Soto. Gives the first point of game two to IPFW.
Soto's 6th kill. That off-speed shot, very difficult to read. He's got great disguise.
Good. Well, they're going to say side out Lewis. I thought it was a good block by Gislin.
Sneaked through the arms of Ruiz. Just barely, enough for the side out to the Flyers.
Jorge Alfonso to serve. Solid kill by Ruiz. Serve goes back over to the Volleyball.
The strategy serving-wise for the Flyers still hasn't changed. Every ball on Hector Soto.
Jeff Patak with the jump serve. Getz found the opening, knocks it home, and it's side out Lewis. Quinones to serve for the Flyers. Service error, however. Interesting, Ryan. He was on one side and at the last moment jumped over to the other side. Any reasoning behind that, you think?
Changed the angle of the serve, seeing Hector Soto was in the far left corner. Wanted to give Hector a little different angle to pass. Fortunately, didn't clear the net.
Ruiz serves for IPFW. Good dig by Ruiz. However, what they say, Bindon's kill attempt is wide. So it's point to IPFW, and they now lead 2-0.
Great up in the backcourt there by Ruiz. IPFW is going to have to be able to dig a lot more balls.
Service ace there.
And do some of that. A couple service aces. Ruiz is his first of the night.
Since Lewis is going after Soto on the serve, who does IPFW go after on the floor?
IPFW perhaps looking at Quinones because he is their offensive go-to guy.
Solid kill there for Lewis, and they get control of the serve.
And just as that last serve did, went to Quinones. Conventional thinking is you serve the team's best player, make him wear down, tire himself out. But these athletes, of course, today, they're so good. Free ball coming for Lewis.
And again, that sneak shot by the setter. Good for Lewis, and they're on the board now at 3-1.
Diniz loves to be aggressive offensively, especially was in the front row. Loves to go up there and dump that ball to the floor.
Service error by Grant Bindon, however. turns the serve back over to the Dons. Gislin to serve. Good block, however, by Aviles. And it's side out Lewis. It's almost scary, Ryan. It almost seems like Lewis is anticipating IPFW's every move.
I'm very impressed with the way Lewis has come out and answered the intensity and what IPFW has done so far here tonight.
Serve is wide, or is it?
A shot on the line by Soto.
I wasn't sure the way both of these side judges looked, but it is side out to the Dons, and now Soto will serve.
As I mentioned earlier, a lot of people early on in the season thinking that Lewis, because of the loss of their All-American superstar Victor Rivera, who we will have a chance to talk to in between games 2 and 3 coming up, underestimated this Lewis Flyer team. But of course, Coach Dave Doiser has these boys very competitive this year and in contention for a MIVA championship.
Solid kill by Cummings. Nice set by Gislin, and it's side out IPFW. And Mike Cummings will now serve. His team leading 3-1 here in game 2.
A lot of success. Gislin running the middle here tonight.
Solid kill by Quinones. Don's unable to answer. Side out Flyers. Paul Aviles, 6'5" junior out of San Juan, Puerto Rico, to serve. Point to Lewis.
Shot by Patak hit the antenna. Out of bounds. Lewis with the point.
They now trail 3-2.
Nice pass by Soto.
Good block. Hector puts it away with some force. As Aviles' block attempt goes way long, and it's side out to IPFW.
It is an unbelievable battle at the net. Both teams pressing hard on their blocks. You have to hit it high and hard to be successful. Soto doing just that.
Side out Lewis. Jorge Alfonso, number 16, will now serve. Patak's kill was long, and the Flyers have tied up game 2 now at 3 apiece.
Tough jump floater here, handcuffing Soto. Served him out wide that time. This time short.
Good dig. Side out to IPFW.
That attack did not clear the net. It hit the top of the tape and went out of bounds. Possession IPFW on the hitting error.
Jeff Patak will serve. Good little kill by Gislin, but the serve set everything up because Lewis was in a defensive mode all the way.
Jeff Patak, one of the best jump floaters I've seen. Hits it solo and flat to the net.
Makes it 4-3. Service error, however, turns the serve back over to Lewis. And Quinones will serve. Soto with the kill. Side out Dons.
Soto going over the top.
Angel Ruiz will serve for the Dons. Change of pace failed on that time, however, as Deniz, his trickery attempt goes wide, and the point for IPFW, now gives them a 5-3 advantage.
Right idea, wrong result, just off the fingertips.
Good dig by Scotty Lane. Let's see if they can convert. Good block by Binden. Side out Lewis. Boy, just when you think one player does something good for his team, the opposition responds.
Binden, a very good blocker for Lewis. Averages around 1.6 blocks per game. He leads the team in that category. Tough serve here.
Nice shot by Lane. Side out Dons. Chris Gislin to serve. Net violation, I believe they're going to call. Side out to the Flyers. And it's Denise, the left-hander. See what happens.
Another service ace for Denise. That time handcuffing John Thompson, the libero.
Well, the look on John's face said it all there.
Now it's the psyche now about passing the ball. It's all mental now.
Service error, and that's a break for IPFW.
Huge break for IPFW. Denise has gotten in the heads of some of the passers with his very wicked jump serve here tonight.
Speaking of wicked jump serves, we got one coming up from Soto. Good block by the Dons.
But that touched number 16, Alfonso of Lewis, on the ricochet coming out of bounds. IPFW will get a point there.
They now lead 6-4. Miss hit on the defense, and it's point to the Dons.
Nice tough serve by Soto. High and hard in today's game. Receiving the ball with the hands legal.
Solid kill there by Alfonso. Side out Lewis. Get a look at Soto there. Now you get a look at Jeff Getz. Number 2 will be serving for Lewis. His team trails in game 2, 7-4, but they did win game 1, 15-11.
Deep float serve here to Soto. Nice pass.
Block attempt, however, is wide by Quinones, and it's side out IPFW. Mike Cummings will now serve. Solid kill by Alfonso, but again, the nice setup by Denise.
IPFW this game not digging a lot of balls as they were doing in game 1. Couple balls in the pocket, just sliding off the arm.
Aviles serves. Aviles digs. And Quinones delivers. Point makes it 7-5 in favor of IPFW.
Smart shot there by Quinones. Saw the two blockers' arms tooling the block that time, falling away.
Good dig by Lane. And the block attempt is successful.
Huge block at the net there by the Flyers. They pull within 1 now.
7-6. Coach Deuser was talking with one of the officials. Maybe we can get into that in a moment. Kill attempt is wide, and we are tied at 7.
And here's the run again by Lewis. What But Coach Doiser was talking about Scott Lane on the previous attempt. Might have crossed the center line. He was up asking about it. Here's a chance for Lewis.
Quinones puts it away. Flyers have scored 3 points in a row, and they now lead 8-7.
Quinones very explosive. Only stands about 6'3", reaches high and hard.
Block attempt fails, and it's side out IPFW.
So that time Lane, restoring some order. They'll go back to serve.
Solid kill by Quinones. Side out Lewis.
Quinones has stepped up his game here in game 2. Offensively, Lewis looks absolutely impressive. Winning that battle at the net.
Alfonso with the serve. Side out Dons.
Good attempt there by Quinones coming into the media table. Thankfully, no beverage around.
Jeff Patak jump serve. Good block there. Ruiz and Soto tag team it. Dons tie it now at 8 apiece. Kill there by Binden. Side out Flyers.
Right back to Denise, right back to Binden. Puerto Rican setters love to do that. I think you got him once. You're not going to set him again, but right back.
Soto with the kill, and it's side out IPFW. Eight to eight is our score. Game 2. Ruiz to serve for IPFW.
Nice serve.
Good dig by Getz. Kill attempt long, and it's point to the Dons. 9-8. They lead by 1. Good block by Chris Gislin. She thwarted the efforts of Jeff Getz, and the point makes it 10-8. Dons on top.
Huge block there by Gislin, one-on-one on Getz.
And timeout is called by Lewis. Learn more about Mastodon sports in season by tuning in to Mastodon Spotlight each Tuesday and Wednesday evening here on College 56. Yours truly will review the week's sports activities, look at game footage, and talk with coaches on the program. That's Mastodon Spotlight, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. and Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. right here on College 56. Good look at some of the crowd here tonight.
The Rogaine boys on hand.
Timeout called by Lewis, Ryan. What's Coach Doiser telling his team? Even though they're down by 2, they seem to have controlled the bulk of this game.
They're playing well. Coach Doiser, please, just trying to ice the server now. Just talking things over, telling the guys to settle down a little bit. Get a quick side out here. Let's get back. Tough serving on Soto. See if we could get a couple stop blocks and go from there.
Again, nice crowd here tonight at the Gates Sports Center. Players are back on the floor, and Angel Ruiz will continue serving for IPFW. Kill attempt is long.
That's not what Coach Doiser was looking for. Hitting air, giving another point to IPFW. Up now 11-8.
Four hits, however. It's side out Flyers. Grant Bindon, 6'9", 210-pound junior. We said he's out of Auckland, New Zealand. Way down under.
Best blocker on this Lewis team.
Good dig. Denise with the set. And Alfonso with the kill. Point makes it 11-9. Flyers trail by 2. And you can see the look on Coach Ball's face. He's not very happy right now.
Got the touch.
And it's 11-10.
Great shot by Quinones there. And Coach Ball wants timeout.
Be sure to tune into College 56 Sundays at noon and Friday evenings at 8 when host Melissa Long visits with IPFW finance faculty members Jess Belts and Manish Sharma for an introduction to investing methods and strategies. That's Sundays at noon and Fridays at 8 p.m. for IPFW Up Close, right here on College 56. Well, it's 11-10. Again, we talk about this yo-yo called momentum going back and forth, back and forth. Don seemed to have control up 11-8, but 2 quick points in a row by the Flyers, and they're right back in it.
Couple breakdown points given away by IPFW there. A missed dig by John Thompson in the back row, and a great play, that last point by Lewis. Getz reading the roll shot of Soto coming in underneath, and Quinones coming out of the back row. Saw 3 blockers up, 6 hands, tooling the block. Grant Bindon continuing to serve now.
Good dig by the Flyers. Good dig by Thompson. Side out, IPFW.
Smart shot there by Soto. IPFW having a lot of difficulty receiving serve. Passes aren't where they're supposed to be, making Chris Gislin's job a little more difficult. That serve just clipped the tape by Gislin. Side out to the Lewis Flyers.
That barely must have touched it because it's looked awfully good from here. And don't look now, but it's Edgardo Denise with the serve. The southpaw.
There's a better pass.
Kill attempt wide. And we are tied at 11.
Better pass, but a tight set there by Gislin. Soto trying to go radical angle. Hit about 3 inches wide, and we're tied now, as you say, at 11. Denise to serve again.
Cummings is long. And you can see the frustration starting to mount on IPFW. And Arnie Ball says, timeout. Timeout on the floor. 12-11 our score. Lewis on top. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Mike Moss, Brian Perrott with you. Game 2 of the best-of-5 match between Lewis and IPFW. Flyers won Game 1 15-11. They lead Game 2 12-11. Coach Arnie Ball just called his second timeout of Game 2. And what do you say to his team, you think, Ryan?
Put the ball in the court, pass the ball, set a ball, hit a ball. Right now, IPFW just giving up points because of their mistakes, and that's something you don't want to see from a coaching standpoint.
Edgardo Denise continues to serve for Lewis. Service error. That may be the break IPFW needs. Hector Soto now to serve for the Dons. Alfonso with the kill. Side out Flyers.
Nice tempo set again by Denise.
Jeff gets to serve. Solid kill by Patak. Side out Dons.
Patak taking some frustration out on that ball, spanking it to the floor.
Mike Cummings to serve. Side out Flyers. The ball was touched.
Quinones going off the hands of Scott Lane that time. Both the IPFW defenders in the backcourt playing up, out of their reach.
Aviles with the serve. Scott Lane with the kill. Side out IPFW.
See if Scotty can get something going here on his jump serve.
Unfortunately, the kill by Quinones makes it side out Lewis.
Great shot coming right to left and then chopping it back inside to the right. Quinones very active here in game 2.
Alfonso with the serve for the Flyers. Attack with a solid kill. 7 consecutive sides out now in this game. And Jeff Patak will serve.
Let's see which team will flinch here in the latter stages of game 2.
Side out Flyers as Quinones puts it away.
Quinones is in fuego, as we like to say. He's simply on fire, as Lewis would like a substitution here.
Number 13, Ken Regan, 6'3" junior out of Orland Hills, Illinois. Makes his first appearance tonight, and he replaces Denise.
A little blocking strategy here for Lewis. See if it works.
Soto with the kill. And Denise comes right back in.
Soto hitting over top of the substitution there.
Angel Ruiz to serve. His team trails 12-11 here in game 2. Good block by the Dons, and they tie it at 12.
Great block there by Soto. Binden running that backslide. Soto able to get his arms over and stuff the ball.
Ryan is tied at 12. How important is it for IPFW to win game 2?
You don't want to go down 2-0 at home, especially playing against Lewis the way that they're playing right now.
Good dig by Soto. And the Flyers win the battle at the net. Side out Lewis. Binden to serve.
Denise out jousting Cummings there.
Soto puts it away, and it's side out IPFW. Chris Gislin to serve. Good block by Cummings. Point makes it 13-12 Dons. And Lewis calls timeout. You want to be sure and tune in to College 56 Sunday evening to hear IPFW Assistant Professor of Education Phyllis Agnes present her talk, When School Becomes Home, America's Homeless Children. That's this Sunday evening, April 2nd at 9 p.m. right here on College 56. Another look at the crowd here at the Gates Sports Center. We talked a moment ago, yes, it's important to win this game and make it a best-of-3 affair, although in the past the Dons, if they have fallen behind, they've made some comebacks, but momentum-wise and the thought pattern, there is that 7-minute break between games 2 and 3. How much more confident, obviously, is it if you go in 1-1 as opposed to down 2-0?
Yeah, it's a big psychological advantage when you're tied at 1. IPFW, they're very good at home. They're 5-1 this year here at home. If you go down 2-0 to Lewis, the way that they're playing tonight, no offense to IPFW, but perhaps, it could be a game too late if they should fall 2-0.
Gislin with the serve. Good block by Scotty Lane off of Getz, and it's now game point for the Dons. Substitution, Brian Johnwick, number 7, 6'5" senior from Lyle, Illinois. Replaces Aviles for the Flyers. IPFW crowd on their feet. Gislin serves. Service, ace.
They're going to call it out on the overrule.
Wow. I thought it was in myself. And look who's serving for the Flyers. None other than Edgardo Diniz. Service error. And maybe that more than anything else might be the psychological break the Dons need.
A couple of tight calls there. Substitution in.
Aviles back in for Johnwick. Hector Soto serving for game 2. Deniz with the set. Alfonso's kill is long. Point and game 2 to IPFW. 15-12. We'll take a short break, and then we're going to come back with a special guest as you're watching IPFW Volleyball here on College 56 Sports.
I'm Walter Bowman, Director of Athletics at IPFW. Thank you for joining us this evening and allowing me 60 seconds of your time. Since August of this academic year, you have both read and heard of our drive for Division I status. The Executive Board of the Royal Dons Athletic Association, our associates in Business 100, and hundreds of constituents like yourself have all joined together with a single purpose, Division I athletics for you and the Fort Wayne community. At present, we are exploring many possibilities for potential conference affiliation, along with expanding the base programs offered. Recently, the faculty approved the addition of men and women's indoor and outdoor track, bringing our offerings to 16 varsity programs. I believe that when we are an NCAA Division I program, each of you watching this television program tonight will have an opportunity to view firsthand the Hoosiers, Boilermakers, and the Fighting Irish here in Fort Wayne and at the Coliseum and at the university. In order to move our vision from the dream stage to reality, we need to continue to attract strong alumni and community support. Fort Wayne, the second largest city in the state, is deserving of a Division I program which reflects the community's greatness. Together, you and I are positioned to form an alliance which will give the citizens of Northeast Indiana even more reason to show our Hoosier pride. The number on the screen will provide you the opportunity to become involved in Mastodon excitement. Pick up your phone and call me so we can discuss your involvement.
She is one of America's toughest drug enforcement agents. Last year, she helped convict 90 drug dealers, seize several tons of crack and marijuana, and close down 10 major drug operations. She is a 68-year-old grandmother named Irma. She set up a community drug watch that is not only changing her neighborhood, but its future. There are many ways to help in your community. Call the Points of Light Foundation. Do something good. Feel something real.
On the big highway of life, there's only one safe place for kids. Back seat, baby. The front seat's not the place to drop out. Don't want that big old bag to pop out. Back seat,
Simmons.
Give me Jones,
Anderson.
Smith,
Lightfoot.
Bishop,
Hernandez.
Swifka,
Harris.
Lavender.
Peavy.
Yes.
In the game of life, you've got a much better chance at getting picked for a cool job with great pay if you take algebra, geometry, and calculus. You need to know how math can improve your future. Demand it. Call NACME. We'll tell you.
Welcome back to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, everybody. Mike Maas and Ryan Perrott with you. We are between games 2 and 3 in our match between IPFW and Lewis University. And Ryan Perrott, we have a special guest, a former foe of yours.
The great Victor Rivera. Glad to have you here, Victor. A couple two-time MIVA MVP. You're assistant coach now this year. What's the adjustment like finishing after your great senior year last year?
Actually, it's very, very hard. I mean, I never expected to be that hard. I thought that being a coach, staying with the team will be good. It's a great experience, but I don't recommend it. If you can play the game, no way. Like right now, I'm gonna be out there. You know, you feel that intensity, the adrenaline. And like, I can do the job. Come on, throw me in, and I can't go.
Your competitive instincts are still there.
Yeah, they are.
Your thoughts on tonight's matchup so far? Lewis playing very well.
Actually, they are both playing very well. I think right now, the serving performance for IPFW is not as great as expected. You know, they have a good, really serving team, and they're not out there yet. They're serving more passive, not as hard as they used to, and that is a good, that's a good effect right now.
Victor, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you what it was like playing against Ryan for 4 years.
Actually, it's tough. He's a good blocker. See, back if they have some games over there, you can see he blocked me a couple of times. It's been a pleasure, playing with them over there. I miss the game. I bet you miss the game too.
I do. It kills me. And what made you so great was you played every position in your collegiate career. You played middle your first year. You went outside. You played opposite. Then you passed. I got a chance to see you in January up in Canada. Talk about your national team exposure with the Puerto Rican team.
Yeah, we played in the tournament. It was a Continentals Cup. We did very good. I think we missed Peaky, Hector Soto. He couldn't go because he was here. But yeah, right now we have a good young team in Puerto Rico that I think we have a lot of talent. We can be very good if we practice and we dedicate the time. Now that there's a generation coming out of college, that's the future generation. If they're building a program right now that I think with time and dedication, we can be very good competitive.
And you'll be the star as you've always been the last 4 years at Lewis.
I hope so.
What are your post plans now?
Right now, there's a Puerto Rican league. We play in Puerto Rico that we usually go to. I'm waiting here. We finish. We go back home, play in the league, and then after that, hopefully, if I'm still healthy, go overseas somewhere.
Well, we appreciate you taking a few minutes of your time to speak with us. Congratulations on a great career, and good luck in your future endeavors.
Thank you very much.
Victor Rivera, a former star for Lewis University, has been our guest here between games 2 and 3 of our best-of-5 match with Lewis and IPFW. Again, these two teams have split games 1 and 2. Lewis on top in game 1, 15-11. Let's take a quick look at the replay of game point here.
Hitting error giving IPFW the win there in game 2. Thanks, Victor. We appreciate it.
Again, thanks to Victor Rivera for sitting in here on between games 2 and 3. Ryan, as we get ready to start game 3, a quick note. Numbers from game 2.
Game 2, statistics through game 2, IPFW hitting 28%, Lewis 27%, so pretty even there. Just an even match overall. Lewis 4 service aces, 8 service errors. IPFW 3 service aces and 10 service errors. Digs 15 for Lewis, 11 for IPFW. IPFW dominating the net, however. 17 blocks for IPFW, only 6 for Lewis. So even through 2 games, and look for it to be even as we continue here in game 3.
We talked early as this were a heavyweight boxing match, and Nothing has changed. Denise serves to begin game 3 for Lewis. And it's side out IPFW. We talk about the psychology. The Dons come into game 3 even at 1. What do they do now?
Well, I think Victor mentioned a couple things, and I was just about to mention it, and it's evident on that jump floater service error there by Jeff Patak. IPFW last year, the most feared team in the nation when it came to serving. Tonight, very passive. Victor mentioned it. He's fearing that when IPFW gets going with their serving, then they become the team of old, let's say. They become that dominant team, and we mentioned that in the last couple weeks. They've been dominating the teams that they've played. But tonight, they're serving just not on, and he mentioned that great point in between games 2 and 3 there.
Good block there by Alfonso. And all of a sudden, well, I take it back. It's going to be side out IPFW. It must have been a net violation. So instead of it being 2-0 Flyers, it's 1-0 with Ruiz serving for IPFW. Good dig by Patak. Soto puts it away. Well,
Shot by Soto there, his 15th kill tonight.
We're tied at 1.
Leads the IPFW team. Yeah, if IPFW can become more aggressive serving-wise and see passive, that feeble attempt, the roll shot over the net, they can become more aggressive, more feared, as we've seen in the past, then IPFW can take great control of this match.
Aviles with the serve. Side out IPFW. And now we'll see the serve of Chris Gislin. Good kill there by Binden. Side out Flyers. About as even as you can get. 1-1 in game 3. Each team winning a game so far. Alfonso with the serve. Good dig by Aviles. And it's point to Lewis. They now lead 2-1.
Quinones' 16th kill, a smart shot off the block. He came alive in game 2. He had 10 kills in game 2.
Service error, however, makes it side out IPFW. Hector Soto to serve. Good kill there by Quinones. Side out Lewis. Ryan, as this match goes on, and it's going to go at least 4 games tonight, as the match goes on, how much more does psychology play a part as opposed to conditioning?
Nice shot there by Patak. It's huge for several reasons. One of them is, especially this game, you look at the skill, you look at the jumping ability, etc. But this game, 60, 70, 80% of it is mental. And when you have that mental approach to the game, when you're well focused, that ball's going to go out of bounds there, point to IPFW. When you're well focused on the task at hand, that overrides everything else, especially with your emotion and your talent and your skill. And IPFW, they got the win in game 2. They got the psychological advantage. They have the momentum here, but the same can be said for Lewis because they've answered the bell. Oh, dumb shot there by
Denise
into the net. But they've answered the momentum runs by IPFW, and they're hanging around. They're staying around. There's a very good team, very competitive team, and IPFW knows that. So they have that psychological advantage that, hey, we can beat IPFW here on the road.
Service error gives Lewis to serve, the side out. Momentary delay. I noticed 2 serves ago, Coach Ball was asking Jeff Pataki if he was all right. Is that knee still bothering him, you think?
Knee bothering him a little bit, but The adrenaline and the drugs have kicked in, so he's just fine.
Good kill by Ruiz. The block attempt by Alfonso fails. And it's side out IPFW. Better be careful when we say that word drugs.
Tylenol, let's be more specific. A little Tylenol.
Scott Lane with the jump serve. Gets his kill as long and his point to the Dons. They now lead 4-2. There's a good look at Scott Lane, native of Huntington Beach, California. Oh, nice shot there by Denise. Finding the gap, and it's side out Flyers. And Denise will serve.
Overpass.
Solid kill. And it's 4-3.
Lewis will make you pay on those overpasses. Just like years gone by when Victor Rivera used to do the same. But he still has that competitive aspect to him.
Yeah, I noticed that. Denise with the serve.
That's what you ask for in a kid, competitiveness.
Good
Nice.
dig.
Nice up there. Oh, that's going to be called a throw.
Side out to the Dons. I enjoyed it when Victor said he wished he were out there.
So do I. I've mentioned that a million times. So do I. It's hard when you leave the game and you're still a part of it. You coach or you still practice with the guys.
Denise with the set. Good block by Gislin. But the Flyers save it. Attack with the kill, and it's point to IPFW. They now lead 5-3. One of the longer played points of this match. Attack to serve. Alfonso with the kill. Ruiz's block attempt goes astray, and it's side out Lewis.
Alfonso, he's been solid through 2 games, hitting 43%. Outstanding for an outside hitter.
Jeff gets to serve for Lewis. Shot hits the net, so it is point to the Flyers, and they now trail just by 1, 5-4.
Through 2 games, the serving strategy of Lewis still hasn't changed. Every ball on Hector Soto. That one to Patak.
Kill attempt long, and the Flyers have tied it now at 5 apiece.
But a hitting error there by Soto. Set by Gislin, trailing past the antenna. Lewis has now tied it up at 5.
And Getz continues to serve. Good dig by the Flyers. And Getz puts it away. Flyers get their 3rd lead of game 3 at 6-5.
See what Patak is doing here on the serve by Getz. He steps in and passes for Hector. This time Hector wants it.
Block attempt fails by Aviles, and it's side out IPFW.
Lewis, a streaky team tonight. They pick their moments when to get the points on the board.
Angel Ruiz jump serving. Block attempt astray. Side out Flyers. And Paul Aviles, the 6'5" junior from San Juan, Puerto Rico, to serve.
Roll shot.
Alfonso did it not once but twice. Point to Lewis, and they now lead 7-5.
Consistency now is the question of burden for IPFW. And they're out of it now. Lewis gives it right back. Miscommunication all around. Little ugly volleyball there. But the consistency level of IPFW has been questioned, throughout the course of the year, how consistent they've been playing. They look invincible in a couple days, and then, they go down to a subpar team, and that's driving Coach Arnie Ball a little nuts.
I know Mark Franke talked about that last Friday in our broadcast. Chris Gislin to serve. Good save by Thompson. And a net violation. Point to IPFW. It is now 7-6. Dons trail by 1, but they have the serve.
Good defensive play there by Thompson. See if he can, that's the spark that IPFW needed.
Good kill there by Binden off the set by Denise, and it's side out Lewis.
Shot by Binden between the arms of Cummings. Cummings a little late getting his arms over. Side out to the Flyers.
Jorge Alfonso with the serve. Good block there by Denise. And it's 8-6 in favor of Lewis. One wonders when there might be a timeout called. Kill was good. Almost as if on cue, timeout is called by IPFW. 598 IPFW students voted in this week's student government election. Congratulations to Nick Gray, Jim Corson, Jenny Johnson, and Matthew McDonald, who won seats in the 2000-2001 IPFW student government. Next item on their agenda is the swearing-in ceremony. Join IPSGA correspondent Dan Westrick next week on a very special edition of IPSGA Update as he talks with the winners from this year's student government election. Don't miss this special interview Fridays at 1 p.m. here on College 56. Well, Coach Ball called the timeout, even though they did get the side out.
I don't think he was aware of the side out, but he called it anyway. Trying to fire up the troops. They've looked sluggish here in game 3.
Now it is 8-6. Lewis on top. Dons with the serve, and it's Hector Soto serving. And we'll see if Mighty Mo switches to the blue and white.
And what I mean by sluggish is IPFW is the one that's committing the errors, the service errors, the passing errors, setting errors, the blocking errors on that particular aspect by not getting your arms over the net or drifting past the attack. Just those little things, and Lewis very capable of biting you.
Quinones on the serve for Lewis. Kill attempt goes in the net. Point to the Flyers. They now lead 9-6.
Scott Lane's 16 attempt. He only have 5 kills. Very quiet offensive night for Scotty.
Jeff Patak puts it away. Side out, Dons. Waiting for this crowd to get into this match.
Sort of stunned at the way I think Lewis has come in here and played. Lewis giving nothing for the IPFW home fans to cheer about.
Good dig by Gislin to see if they can convert. And they do. Credit Chris Gislin with the dig that kept that point alive for IPFW, and they now get the point and trails 9-7. Maybe that'll wake up this crowd.
Backslide.
Solid kill by Binden off the set of Denise.
Nice run by Binden there. Backslide or the rock slide, and you run behind the setter. One-legged takeoff. You see that a lot in women's volleyball.
Grant Binden will now serve. Attack with a solid kill. You can almost see the handwriting right there on that point.
Attack thundering another one through. He's gotten a little animated here in game 3.
Scott Lane to serve. Service ace. Flyers can't believe it, but that ball dipped. If it were baseball, Gaylord Perry would be proud. That spitter dove in.
Lane's 36th service ace of the season.
More importantly, makes it 9-8. But Denise with that left-handed kill makes it side out. Lewis.
Denise's 7th attacking attempt here tonight. 4 kills. Very aggressive as a setter. Back with that wicked jump serve of his. Tight set.
Point as Patak couldn't help hitting the net. Makes it 10-8.
Tough pass. Gislin had to go and get that over the net. Point to Lewis.
And Denise continues to serve. Service kill, I should say a kill there by Soto.
Soto got the touch off the block. Coming out of the pipe. Attack now to serve his jump floater.
10-8 our score. Dons trail by 2. Good kill by Hector Soto. Almost a freebie.
Great serve by Patak. They've gotten away from serving Quinones, working now on Getz. Getz that time with the overpass, and Soto putting it away.
And Lewis calls timeout. We just read it. Want to remind you to tune in to College 56 this coming Sunday evening, April 2nd at 7 p.m. for the replay of tonight's men's volleyball match with the Lewis Flyers. That's Sunday evening, April 2nd at 7 p.m. for IPFW volleyball right here on College 56. Well, 10-9 our score. Dons now are within a point. Lewis calls the timeout. Again, what does Coach Doiser tell his Flyers?
Well, Doiser trying to settle Getz down here. Has a couple erratic passes in a row. Trying to also ice Patak with his jump floater. Just settling down the troops, telling, hey, we're in the position where we want to be late here in game 3. We're up 1. Let's get a quick side out here. Let's go back, serve a couple tough balls. Let's convert on defense.
There you get a good look at Lewis head coach Dave Doiser. Last year, his Chargers were 23-8.
Getz having difficulty on that serve again.
Good block. Point to the Dons. They tie it at 10.
This is a great, tough serve by Jeff Patak. That jump floater, he's gotten to it the last couple weeks. It's it flat to the net. No spin. Overpass again.
Good kill by Soto. Won the battle of the net with Denise. And the Dons go on top 11-10.
And Getz has gone into the tank passing-wise. They're going to see if they can hide him now as they bring in their libero.
Patak continues to serve.
But Patak serves the libero.
Point to the Dons. And I'll be honest, explain what happened there, Ryan, because I wasn't.
That attack by Quinones went outside the antenna again, over top the antenna. Point to IPFW.
Makes it 12-10.
Smart serving by Patak here. That one barely clips the net. Smart serving. He worked on the libero. Look out, ball coming.
Thank you with those long arms of yours.
Still that competitive instinct saving you there.
12-10. Dons on top. Flyers with the serve. The person of Getz. Soto puts it away. Now, Mighty Mo seems to be on the side of the blue and white. They're up 2 and they have the serve.
All started with the great serving of Patak. Let's see if Ruiz can spin one in. Great set by Denise there.
Side out Flyers.
Quinones able to find Ruiz in the back. Standing up on defense, hit him as that ball was sailing long.
Paul Aviles to serve for Lewis. Good dig by the Flyers. They keep it alive. Patak wide on the kill attempt, and it's point to Lewis.
Again, another hitting error by IPFW, giving the point to Lewis in the latter stages of the game.
Gislin with the set. And Lewis gets the touch, that gets the point. Side out to IPFW. Scott Lane, I should say. So it's side out Dons, Gislin to serve. Dons up 12-11.
X-play.
Nice kill there by Quinones. Side out Lewis.
Great run by Denise as the setter there.
Alfonso to serve. Service error. Side out IPFW. Soto to serve. See if Hector can get 3 in a row.
Coach Ball giving some defensive instructions to Gislin.
Again, serving at the libero. Good block. Oh, they're going to say side out Lewis. I thought it was a good block myself.
Shot off the block. Quinones again. He's had a great match, but another service error for Lewis.
That's 2 in a row. Again, side out IPFW, and this time Mike Cummings will try to get point number 13. Denise with the set. And Jeff gets with the put away. 6 consecutive side outs now in this game.
Nice seam shot there. IPFW a taller team than Lewis, but Lewis offensively looking for those small holes to put the ball through. Successful so far tonight.
Bindon with the serve. Ruiz with the save. They play a little defense now.
To make you pay there on that free ball.
Getz ties it up at 12 with the kill.
All started with a great serve there by Bidden. Took something off of it, handcuffing Soto.
This may be the most important point of this match right now. Service error. Side out IPFW.
Bindon perhaps cracking under the pressure there, serving it into the middle of the net.
Now we'll see Scott Lane serve for IPFW. Service error. Barely grazes the tape. Side out Lewis nonetheless. And Denise with that left-handed spin serve coming up. Solid kill by Scott Lane. Side out Dons. And IPFW is solving the serving of Denise.
And they should have by now, 3 games into the match. IPFW talking better, communicating better, stepping into the seams better when receiving serve from Denise. Now Patak, who got this rally all started with that jump floater.
Kill is wide, point to the Dons, 13-12. IPFW with the lead and the serve.
And Victor Rivera and Coach Doiser are up.
Talking to one of the officials.
Screaming that one of the IPFW players had touched the net. The net is bouncing, but now our bottom official is going to go over and talk. See if we can listen in here.
You have your list first. I have my list.
Yeah. And it was first. He clearly down. Clearly down. Ball's out to us.
Ball was out. I was on first.
I believe it's going to stand as is, and the Flyers decide to call timeout. So we'll take a break and come back in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Mike Miles, Ryan Perot with you. Game 3 of this best-of-5 match. IPFW leads 13-12. Team split games 1 and 2. Jeff Patak will serve as the point stands. Solid kill by the Flyers, and they get the side out. Did you get a good look at Jeff Getz? Solid kill by Soto on the nice set by Chris Gislin. Side out Dons.
Sharp angle shot by Soto that time.
Angel Ruiz to serve. Solid kill there by Aviles thanks to the set of Denise. Side out Flyers.
Great choice in the middle there by Denise Aviles, who leads the team in hitting percentage over that 500 mark.
Yo-yo shot by Soto, as I like to call it. Gets it side out for IPFW. And he disguises it well.
He does. He's got that great arm disguise. You expect the heat, and then at the last moment, he just pulls it nice and softly over top.
Saw Coach Deuser a little bit befuddled there.
Very tough to defend.
Gislin with the serve.
That's legal in volleyball now. Well, they're going to call that a lift, though.
And we are at game point, game 4. Dons up 14-12.
Coach Deuser doesn't like it, but...
Game 3, I should say. I'm sorry, game 3, trying to take a 2-1 lead. Crowd on its feet. Gislin to serve. Oh, net violation on Bindon. Point in game 3 goes to IPFW by a score of 15-12. Dons now lead 2 games to 1. And the home crowd is happy. Teams will change ends. We'll take a break and then return.
As Director of Athletics and Executive Director of the Royal Dons Athletic Association, I am pleased that you have joined us tonight for this telecast. We invite you to join with many of your neighbors and friends and become a part of the Mastodon family. For more information on how you can join the Royal Dons, call us at the number on the screen.
Help wanted. Immediate openings available for the most important jobs in America, helping the organizations that help children. Whatever you can do, in whatever time you have, you can make a difference. To learn how you can help in your community, reach us at this web address and number. We're fighting for the children. Whose side are you on?
As the American military gets smaller, who will be there to answer the call? They will. They're the National Guard and Reserve, and they make up half of today's military forces. As an employer, you may be asked to support their mission. Remember, their response depends on yours.
Welcome back, everybody. Mike Miles, Ryan Perot with you. Game 3 just completed. Dons win it 15-12. We hope to see a replay momentarily of game point. Ryan, we've talked this evening about momentum and psychology. The Dons lose game 1 as we see the replay of game point here.
This rally lasted a little while. A couple nice blocks at the net by the IPFW Mastodons, and then there's the net violation there by Bindon to end game 3.
We spoke a moment during the break or I mentioned the comment to you, will IPFW let up? Because they've got the safety valve of, yes, they were up 2-1. Worst case scenario, they go to a rally game 5. On the other side of the coin, Lewis, they're down 2-1. They're on the road. Some people don't expect them to win. What do you look forward to seeing here in game 4?
Well, the letdown factor is going to play key here for IPFW. We'll see when they come out here, the first maybe 4 or 5 serves about the let-up factor. They let up. They know how good Lewis is. They proved it the first meeting. They proved it here tonight. Lewis is capable of winning here on the road at IPFW, and that's one thing that I'm sure Coach Ball has told the guys in the huddle in between games 3 and 4 that, hey, this is a very good team. You cannot let up whatsoever. Go out, play your game, settle down. Let's pass the ball, serve more aggressively. Let's limit our errors offensively. Start digging some balls. Hey, we got a great chance of winning this.
If history has anything to say about it, when these two teams played back in Romeoville back on March 1st, Lewis won game 1, IPFW won games 2 and 3, and Lewis came back and won game 4, 15-7 before the Dons prevailed in game 5.
And there's a service error into the net. IPFW's 16th service error tonight.
And Denise will start off serving for the Lewis Flyers.
That's going to go wide.
Players didn't know who to go after it for Lewis, and it's side out to IPFW. Angel Ruiz to serve now for the Dons. Solid kill there by Aviles, and it's side out Lewis.
Aviles jamming that one over the top of Mike Cummings. His 6th kill tonight in 8 attempts. Hitting near a 600 clip.
Jeff gets on the serve. And he's with the set. Good dig by Thompson. And the block attempt fails, and it's point Lewis. Flyers taking 1-0 lead here in game 4.
Nice shot there by Quinones. Running on the backside of the setter.
Gisson with the set. Good block, and it's point to Lewis. They're now up 2-0.
Great save by London there of Lewis coming right into our laps, Mike.
Yeah, we stopped for a second. Getz continues to serve for the Flyers.
Still working Soto.
Good dig there.
Oh, it's a tight pass.
And Gislin puts it away.
The pineapple by Gislin. Going over top the block into the deep corner.
Side out to the Dons, and now Chris Gislin will serve.
He's 2 for 2 in attempts tonight. Gislin, that is.
Side out Lewis as the block attempt fails.
IPFW through 3 games. Out blocking Lewis 17-8. So they've won that battle at the net.
Kill attempt by Quinones is good. Don't look now, but it's 3-0 Lewis here in game 4.
And Lewis through 3 games out digging IPFW 20-14. Nice up there by Quinones.
Tit for tat, point to the Flyers, 4-0.
And I mentioned that first 5 or so points, and now Coach Ball wants timeout.
I want to remind you we'll be back tomorrow evening, April 1st, for more IPFW Live Sports when we bring you live coverage of the Volleyball contest with the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers University of Newark, New Jersey. So again, tune in at 7 o'clock tomorrow night for IPFW against Rutgers right here on College 56. You're down 4-0, but you're up 2-1. what's the mindset going on right now with the IPFW coaching brain trust?
Well, Coach Ball is not pleased because we talked about volleyball is a game of momentum, and I think a lot of people have to understand that at home. You know, a couple points here, a couple points there, make or break your attitude towards the game, and that can make or break, of course, you winning or losing a game. So IPFW's coach Arnie Ball calling a timeout here, settle the troops down 4-0 here in game 4.
Players come back on the floor, and Paul Aviles, the 6'5", 200-pound junior from San Juan, Puerto Rico, will continue to serve.
Deep float serve on Patak.
Good block, but a good dig by Patak. And Soto doesn't work the first time, it works the second. Side out, IPFW.
Soto, 24 kills tonight. Leads the game's high man, matches high man. He's back to serve here.
Denise with the set. Quinones with the kill.
Call the next play. Denise runs it so low, however, it's so quick, so low, that the middle blockers for IPFW don't have time to get out. Get the second man coming around.
Alfonso with the serve. Attack long on the kill. And it's 5-0 Lewis.
No, that's going to be a touch off the block that time. Head official calling a touch. Smart shot by Patak.
Thanks for the correction. Cummings to serve. Oh, and Denise's trickery fails.
He's done that a couple times tonight, just pulling it into the bottom of the net.
And the Dons are on the board. They now trail 4-1. Good look at Eduardo.
Don't be surprised if he goes to dump this one. Nope. Chance here for the Dons.
Good dig. Attack. Saved by the Flyers temporarily. Good block by Scott Lane. Point IPFW.
And Lane roofed Quinones on that play. And he and Lane having some words now. Great block by Scott Lane, one-on-one on the outside. That time Quinones answers.
Side out Flyers. Perhaps here is where the psychology and the will to win come into play.
Quinones, he's been the best player out there for Lewis tonight. 23 kills. Lane answers.
If you're not a volleyball fan now, it is so exciting to watch the ebb and the flow back and forth. Both these teams giving it their all. Lane, jump serve. Good block. Point to the Dons. Patak and Ruiz tag team it.
19 total blocks tonight for IPFW. A lot of success at the net for them tonight. Nice serve by Lane.
Soto with the kills. Denise's block attempt is unsuccessful, and we are tied at 4.
Funny how momentum works. IPFW trailed 4-0. Now they're tied at 4. Nice serve.
Denise with the set. And Grant Bindon with the put away. Side out Lewis.
7 kills for Bindon tonight. It's been very solid for Lewis.
And now Grant will serve.
Leads the team also with 3 blocks tonight.
Gislin with the set. Attack's kill is wide. And Lewis retakes the lead 5-4. Good dig by Quinones. Woo. Forward kill by Jeff Getz.
Spear dig there by Quinones in the back row. Nice kill by Getz, going sharp cross court, giving the Flyers a 2-point lead.
6-4. Flyers need to win to force a Game 5 rally score game.
This is going to be trouble. Service ace for Bindon.
It's now 7-4. Lewis on top.
Lewis's 5th service ace tonight.
Dig by Bindon. Dig by Scott Lane.
Wow, Quinones. Great D in the back.
Dig by Lane. Good dig by Bindon. Best point of the match, perhaps. And a block by Ruiz. Side out Dons.
Nice stuff block by Ruiz at the net. One of the better rallies tonight.
Athleticism at its finest. Side out IPFW. Attack will serve, his team trailing 7-4. Good. Block by Gislin, and it's 7-5.
Gislin one-on-one on the outside. Stuff blocking Getz.
Had to wait to see what that call was going to be. Dig by Lane. Gislin with the set. Soto with the put away. Mano over Aviles, and it's 7-6. Dons within 1.
Wow, how momentum has played. It was 4-0 Lewis, 4-4. IPFW came back. Lewis up 7-4. Now IPFW answering themselves. Funny how that momentum swings. But Patak's going to sail that one long. Teams playing in stretches here, little runs. Each team able to answer the others.
Now we're going to see the left-handed serve of Edgardo Diniz.
Let's see if IPFW can continue to have success passing as they've adjusted to his jump serve.
Service error, it's long. Dons with the serve in the person of Angel Ruiz. Dig by Patak. We're tied at 7 thanks to the Soto kill. Ruiz continues to serve. Kill attempt long, and now the Dons are on top, 8-7. And Lewis decides to call timeout. The College Cable Access Monthly Program Guide provides information about our programming, including live coverage of Mastodon sports. To receive your free College 56 program guide, send your name, address, and zip code to College56 at IPFW, 2101 East Coliseum Boulevard, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805. Or call us at 481-6056, or email us at cable56@ipfw.edu. Ryan, we've talked about it all night. Mighty Mall right now on the side of the blue and white. How long will it stay?
Convert off their digs. Soto a couple kills on the outside.
Timeout nearly over. And Ruiz continues to serve. Great tag team block, Cummings and Gislin. Point makes it 9-7, 9-7 rather, in favor of the Dons.
And all the guys on IPFW, they're animated now. They can sense it. Let's see if they have that killer instinct to put Lewis away.
The dig by Scott Lane.
Great up by Denise. Dump coming.
And Gislin puts it away with that left-handed shot. Point makes it 10-7, IPFW on top.
Nice defense in the backcourt by Lewis, but Chris Gislin's so smart, seeing that Denise came across the court for the dig, just dumped it into the open spot.
Denise with the set. Point to the Dons. Lewis screaming that IPFW touched it.
Good job.
The cries going heated as it's now 11-7, IPFW on top. Make it 12-7. Give Alfonso A for effort, but unfortunately he was restricted on where he could be.
Coach Dorzer is going to call timeout here. The Lewis Flyers a little dejected as they walk off the court.
You too can participate in the excitement of Mastodon athletics by joining the Royal Dons Athletic Association. The Royal Dons is IPFW's official athletic booster organization. Members enjoy benefits such as priority seating at IPFW sports events, visits by the coaches, and food and refreshments in the hospitality room. For more information about the Royal Dons, call 219-481-6958 or write to Royal Dons Athletic Association, 2101 East Coliseum Boulevard, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805. I think this match tonight, Ryan, is a microcosm of the IPFW season. They've been up, they've been down, and tonight is no exception.
A lot of inconsistency, and you know they've managed to win those tight matches and to overcome those obstacles. But you know, as April slowly approaches, as it comes in just a few hours, as April comes here and the MIVA tournament draws closer, IPFW is going to have to be on their A game in order to go all the way.
Ruiz serving. Service error. That stops the streak.
Well, and that just kills Coach Arnie Ball. After the timeout, the service error into the net stops the entire momentum that IPFW had.
They had scored 6 points in a row on serve. The dig by Quinones.
Chance here. And Lewis gets it.
And they get the point. It is 12-8. Flyers now trail by 4. Getz continues to serve. As you see Coach Ball talking to Angel Ruiz. Soto's kill is wide. Point again for Lewis. Now 12-9. Mighty Mo favoring the red and white instead of the blue and white.
Lewis hanging in there.
Scotty Lane puts it away. Getz can't hit it. Side out, IPFW.
Great shot by Scotty. He's had a quiet night, but comes through there in the clutch, restoring some order.
Now we'll see what the experience of senior Chris Gislin has to say. His team 3 points away from match victory. Good save by the Flyers. Good dig by Thompson. Soto puts it away. 13-9 the score. Gislin continues to serve.
Oh, that's a throw.
To lift. Game and match point for IPFW. Crowd on its feet. Quinones keeps Lewis alive.
Who else? Who else? But Quinones sneaking that one through the arms of Soto.
Side out Lewis. Aviles to serve.
Life still for the Flyers.
Solid kill by Mike Cummings.
But Cummings annihilates that one.
Side out, IPFW. And Hector Soto to serve for the match. Service error. Don't expect it at this time and from that player.
Tried for the short roll shot. That time clipping the net.
Alfonso serving for Lewis.
Overpass.
But the kill is wide. Once again, third match point attempt for IPFW.
Wow, Lewis just handing the match over to IPFW.
Substitution. Panos Ciarcleos. Yeah, I got that one. How about that? Coming in, replacing Mike Cummings. And Panos will serve for the match. Good dig by Panos. Hector puts it away. Game, set, and match. IPFW victorious tonight. 11-15, 15-12, 15-12, and 15-9. A big win for the Dons as the players exchange post-game congratulations. With the win, IPFW improves to 14-7 overall. More importantly, 8-2 in the conference. Final comments, Ryan. We're almost out of time.
IPFW has to play better in order for their chances of winning the NEVA go back to the Final Four. Great job by Lewis, though, tonight coming in here. Hostile environment. They played really well. IPFW able to get over the hump.
Again, a big win, and now we get ready for tomorrow night. But that's tomorrow night. We are done for this evening. We want to remind you that our program tonight was sponsored in part by Dairy Queen, Waterfield Mortgage, Fujifilm, Touchtone, Chestnut Group Incorporated, Farm Bureau Insurance, and Pizza Hut of Canterbury, featuring famous Pizza Hut pizza. We'd like to thank at this time the College 56 production crew, the IPFW athletics staff, the City of Fort Wayne, Comcast Cablevision, the IPFW Learning Resource Center, and especially the IPFW Office of University Relations and Communications for their contributions to this College 56 Sports telecast. This telecast of IPFW Sports is copyrighted and the sole property of the College Cable Access Center and IPFW. Unauthorized duplication, exhibition, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this event without express written consent is strictly prohibited. We hope you've enjoyed our telecast of IPFW Sports, and we thank you again for joining us this evening. For Ryan Perrott, this is Mike Moss saying goodbye for now. Again, IPFW victorious tonight in 4 to raise their record to 13-7. We'll see you tomorrow night for IPFW and Rutgers. Until then, we bid you good night from the Harrogate Sports Center on the campus of IPFW.